Hey guys, my name is Lily, and this is my inverted classroom for the week about insects. I decided to do my topic on fireflies, mainly because I think they are some of the coolest insects out there. Just so we are all on the same page, when I am talking about fireflies, I'm also talking about lightning bugs. They are the really cool bugs that light up the sky at night during the summer. They flicker and float around just like this. So, the taxonomy of fireflies, where are they? So, they are arthropods, which means they have an exoskeleton, they have jointed legs, and they have a segmented bodies. They're in the class Insecta, meaning that they have 6 jointed legs, 3 body segments, their head, thorax, and abdomen, and at least 1 set of wings. They are then in the order Caloptera, which are your beetles, which is one of the largest orders of insects, and they are in family Lampridae. And in family Lampridae, the biggest anapomorphy is having light emitting organs within their abdomen, which is what gives them their name. This is lost in some species of Lampridae, but it is what unites the group. And there are over 2,000 species of fireflies. Firefly habitats. Where can you find them? So they are in areas with long grass that has standing waters, so ponds or vernal pools, really big puddles. They like warm, humid weather, and they are in the eastern half of the United States. That's actually a myth, and different species of fireflies are found across the entire United States. They are not just limited to the East Coast. Some major things that make people believe that fireflies are just on the East Coast, though, is East Coast firefly species. The males are the ones making the light more often and are using their light organs in a series of flashes in order to attract a mate, and this happens while they are flying in the air. Whereas West Coast firefly species, it is the females that are emitting light, and the females do not fly and are down on the ground. So they are much harder to see, and they have a lower level of glow. So they are harder to spot as well. So it wasn't until 2019 where scientists were finally able to answer the question on how do fireflies emit light, and this has helped them answer the question to a lot of bioluminescent animals. So within the fireflies' light emitting organs, some of the major chemicals are oxygen, magnesium, calcium, and luciferin. And luciferin is the organic molecule that is known for bioluminescence across multiple species, not just insects. So essentially, what happens is a chemical reaction between oxygen and luciferin. So essentially, the oxygen within fireflies is a superoxide anion, which in short term it has an extra electron that reacts to the luciferin, making the short light reaction. Another super interesting thing about fireflies is their response to predation. Some species will produce a toxin similar to toads that deter predators once they bite into fireflies. If they aren't producing toxins, they might be producing a blood that, when exposed to the air, becomes thick, so it'll clog a predator's mouth upon first bite. And then firefly species need these because some fireflies will prey upon other fireflies. This is exceptionally common between Photorus and Photinus, in which there is a lot of cannibalization, and Photinus carolinus actually has that sticky blood in order to deter Photorus. So fireflies are not actually at risk or an endangered species. However, their population is declining. Because they are not listed as at risk, there has not been any studies done on why their populations are declining. But some theories include light pollution, which is not allowing for fireflies to recognize each other and mate. Also, habitat destruction, with tall grassy areas with vernal pools are often being destroyed in order for housing development. But there are some simple things you can do to help them out. That includes turning off backyard lights at night in order to help the fireflies recognize each other, leaving leaf litter alone since females are not flying. They do need the ground cover. Considering having a natural lawn, which would include tall grasses and water features to help the fireflies reproduce, and also advocating to your neighbors because they probably remember summers when there was lots of fireflies out and about, and kids aren't seeing that anymore. So try and appeal to their nostalgia and get them to help the firefly populations. Here are some of the sources I looked into for this information. If you want to read more about it, National Geographic has a lot of good articles. And thank you for listening to my inverted classroom.